funniest thing ever. Y'all are just like, that's mine. No, it's mine.
We let's be honest. We all know I will claim it in time. So
Oh yeah.
no need to feel bad with it. Just be patient, and it will happen.
And Chihab, man, start one, dude. If you need, if you want a mid to low level guild, I'll be more than happy to tell you what I did to help get it started. It's really not hard. Create a forum.
I don't think you mean
get a
mid
Skype
to
chat
low level though. I think you actually mean like mid to low to mid sized and competition and everything, and it grows to a higher level, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I wanted to mention something, and I'm calling Anivol out on this. He put in our topic list for the day daily gold support, introducing a daily tax benefit to Anivol.
Amazing idea.
So what are you gonna do with this gold?
I don't know. Just brag about it. Buy scrolls. I need scrolls, man.
Okay.
You need to support your your Smurf.
So we agreed upon it just now, right? So no more discussion.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna give you 1 gold a day.
Okay, but on the topic of supporting things, one thing that people may or may not know about is K Bastion, the guy who hosts scrollsguide.com, has been running into some computer trouble recently, and it might be time for him to actually get a new computer. So if you've been thinking about donating there, he's not asking me to say this or anything like that. So don't assume that. But if you guys can donate something to Scrolls Guide to maybe help him out, that would be awesome. Because his computer's defunct and he's having trouble keeping up with everything.
I think we should make a slogan for that as a campaign to help Sebastian.
Yeah, start a Twitter hashtag. Save the guide. Hashtag save the guide.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not that Scrolls Guide is going to go down. It's just that he needs to get a new one. So I'm just throwing that out there for everybody.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, everybody do that. Actually, I'm probably gonna go do that once we get done with this. So, $5, man, $10. You have how many registered users, Blinky? Over what, 5,000 or so? Everybody tosses in $1. There you go, new rig, done.
All right. $1 for Sebastian is $1 for Scrolls Guide.
Yeah.
It's $1 for the community too.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Like that. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna, toot it too much. But it is basically the only thing that's really keeping this game going. I know the Reddit's really popular and whatnot, but Scrolls Guide is where, all the main stuff really happens, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
As far as a way to donate to Scrolls Guide, I'm actually looking for like a link or something, and I actually don't see one.
There is a link. I found it yesterday. But yeah, actually, if somebody can find that and type that in the chat.
Where is it? Because I'm looking for it.
You can just upper right corner. You can mouse over social, and then you have donate right there on Scrolls Guide.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So let me post that up in the stream for you guys. Ah. Well, thank you. All right. Blinky says think tank equals Reddit. I'm not sure what he means by that. Oh, Scrolls Guide equals awesome. Reddit equals not good. And then we're apparently the Reddit. Okay.
Wait. Okay. All right. Let me say this for every single person out there, and let me say it for the record. This is the official stance that the think tank has against the Badgers. You ready for this? You ready? The proof is in the pudding. That's all I gotta say. Who's won the most? Enough said. That's our official statement.
Yeah. All right. We haven't heard from PewQ a bit. This is switching topics once again. PewQ, what kind of decks did you see in your climb to the top?
I actually got up to the top 10 pretty fast. So I only meet like decks from the top 20. In the beginning, my first few games, I had some random stuff, but yeah, now it's just mostly growth, order, decay, or tempo order. But tempo order is like so few. I think only really Old Sage runs it, and I met some other guy, but yeah. And that's also the three big decks right now, in my opinion. So you have growth, you have decay, and you have late game order basically, because tempo doesn't really work. And with so less tempo, you can actually run late game order pretty well as well again. And these three decks, they have everything, and they are good at every stage of the game. I mean, you can carry a game from early game when you get a good draw, but you can also come back late game. Order has Mango Speed to get back, has Imperial Resources for the late game. Growth has Quake to get back, and Fertile Soil to get the draw. And Decay is just all around strong.
Okay, so how does the strength of all of these other factions affect Order? Or not affect Order. I'm sorry, affect energy.
Energy, man, it's energy's just, I don't know, man. I don't think it's good. I actually think there is one energy deck that could be viable, and that would be some kind of rush energy deck with just tempo style and go for idle snipes. But I think that's the only way you can play energy actually, because it's just energy has like no way to get back into the game, and it also has two less draw. And of course, growth counters energy really hard, and there is a lot of growth. Order is actually also good versus energy, so yeah.
Oh, we lost.
I mean, it's too risky for ladder play. Like, you just auto lose when you get growth most of the time. So yeah.
Who did we lose?
Isaac.
Yeah. All right. Well, he might be back. All right. Okay, so you saw a lot of growth and a lot of order coming up the ranks. But for maintaining your spot now, what do you see the most of?
Yeah, so when I went up, I started like 4 or 5 hours after the reset, and then the top 10 was like poorly growth. And then I started to play Decay, and I beat all the growth players, so they switched over to Decay, and now it's basically mostly Decay at the top. So I think I meet the most Decay overall, and then growth, and order actually not that much.
Okay.
Yeah,
So...
climbing up. It's taken me a while because obviously, I have real life. I work 50 some odd hours a week and have a kid. But I think I'm finding, because it's taken me a little longer to climb up, I've only maybe played 15 games since reset, maybe. I've run into a whole bunch of stuff, but I really can't go wrong with either growth or decay. I kind of flip-flop here or there. Actually, last night I was playing a whole bunch of order and winning. I was playing basically Pew's and Anival's build for a mid to late game, and it's been doing really well. The only time I lost actually was to a blitz order, and they just got the package out real quick, and there was nothing I could do. But I don't know, man. I think, and that's kind of one thing that Pew was saying. At the top 10 or in the ESLs, that meta is completely different. That meta changes literally every single day, sometimes by the hour. As he was saying, he's like, oh, look, I beat everybody playing growth, and then everybody was playing growth, and so I started playing decay. That changes. Now the meta for everybody else takes about a week to kind of switch over. But that's a really good example of that. I found that when that happened a few days ago, I was kind of blown away. I was like, holy crap, literally one player changed the meta because they took a look at it and was like, hey, guys, I think I'm going to switch over. Everybody's playing growth. And, myself and a bunch of other people in the Skype chat, we were just like, yeah, do it. Play decay. took a few seconds. Pew looked for a good decay build, and bingo, there you go. So
Well, David said he'll be right back because he has a call from work. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I believe it or not, I actually have Skype on my phone, so we don't show messaging to everyone else. We do have
So-
behind the scenes stuff working here. It's
cool.
all an evil plan to save the world.
All right then. So what were we talking about? Just not the
We're talking about what you use to climb up the ladder.
Personally, I like using growth because ever since I first started playing Scrolls, well, just went back and forth between order and growth and energy, and then slowly just found my way falling in love with growth since it was at the time the faster deck. And then Decay came out. I switched to Decay, and that was just beautiful for me. I mean, it was able to pretty much get rid of everything, and at the time, structure energy wasn't really a problem, so Decay was pretty much everywhere. And I guess now, up to now, all you're really seeing is mainly growth and order, and tempo order being not really more common, but being out there more and killing everything
Well,
as I see it.
that's really interesting because Isaac and I had a long conversation last night just in preparation for this, and one of the things that he said was tempo order is gone now, because early game order is gone now
Ah.
entirely, because you cannot. His comment was that you can't win without that general, and you can't win without Imperial resources.
I'm fully
Nah,
agreeing
that's not
with
true.
that. Really? Okay, go ahead.
Nah, it's not really true, man. It's think tempo is still quite strong, but clearly, if you don't put off your pressure early game, you're pretty screwed. So that's the main reason I don't like it either. But if they get the good draws, and with tempo order you tend to have them, I think you will really have some good games, and you can win lots and lots of games.
Well, how reliant is that on Wings Captain? And if you're against a K and they have focuses to kill the Wings Captain, can you still win?
It's probably a bit harder, but I really like to put fleetness on the skirmisher. It's really great as well, not just the wings captain. It wins me really tons of games in my experience anyway.
Yeah, exactly. The way you have to play with order in general, especially tempo order, is you basically don't put anything on the wings captain as far as enchantment goes, because he's a big threat anyway when he's there. So you put your fleetness and your crown of strength you can put on other units, so that they will have multiple threats to deal with. When you put fleetness on the wings captain, he will just remove the wings captain, and you're left with nothing basically. But just a 3 attack skirmisher with relentless that attacks every turn, it's so dangerous. So you have to take
So
care of
scary.
that too. Yeah.
And you're completely right. They want to kill the wings captain anyway, so why buff it? It doesn't seem right. So I used to put it on the skirmisher, so they have more
Yeah,
targets
exactly.
to kill.
Huh. That makes a lot of sense. Fader asked, "How's the order versus energy matchup? What do y'all think about that?"
It depends. With tempo order, it's just again like, can you rush him or not? And if you can, you win. If you can't, you don't basically. But with late game order, I don't know. I mean, I really like late game order versus energy, because I tend to keep my Imperials even when I get them on starting. As when I get one, when you get two, you can't keep it basically, because it's so important. And then energy does not do much early pressure, so you can just ramp up to your Imperials, get them off, and then energy can't handle all the guys you drop in one turn. If you just keep dropping guys each turn, one guy, and you don't get to Imperials, he can take care of them pretty easily. And yeah, I feel like.
All right. Let's